Inside the walls of the YMCA at that time, a group of pedophiles that worked to have their way with children, with little boys, as many as they possibly could. And the ringleader was Bill Nolan, who was the coach. He was a professional pedophile. He had been doing it for a long, long time. And he was doing it in plain sight. He would ask my parents if I could come in early to work on flip turns or work on some techniques. And of course, we never worked on that stuff. Go through the locker room, get in my bathing suit, come out to the pool deck, and he'd be there in his bathing suit, and he would escort me to a boiler room that was right off the pool deck, and there were blankets in there and candles, and he would lock the door, and it just started that way. He would take off his bathing suit, and I was in awe. I was in amazement. I remember thinking, is this the birds and the bees? Does everybody go through this? I mean, I was a little boy still, 10 years old, I would say, when this started. And he would touch himself, and he would touch me, and it ended up pretty bad. I don't want to get too graphic, but just think the worst. And that's what happened over and over for a long time. He took me and the other two boys on a week-long trip to Lake George, water ski during the day, and then at night we were in a tent. And the first night was great because we grilled and it was just a fun time. But that night he was all over me. He had me naked in the tent, and it was awful. It was awful. And then every night after that, it was the same thing. So after dinner, I would wander away from our little campsite and just throw up in the woods, because I knew what was coming, and I couldn't find a way to avoid it. I couldn't find a way to escape. The other two boys were in the tent, and I'm sure they were in survival mode, and they just pretended they were asleep, because there's no way you could sleep through it. I was wailing. I was scared and just crying, and he didn't care. It almost turned him on more. It almost made him like it more, like a rape scenario or something.
And did you ever discuss with those other boys what happened, or no? No. It was like I was in my own little stovepipe, my own little nightmare, and I wouldn't share it. I wouldn't talk about it. I couldn't talk to adults because for some reason Nolan told me I can't.